Of course, much ado about Zwelinzima Vavi, COSATU General Secretary there, has been suspended. That's the word according to the National Union of Metal Workers of South Africa. But Numsa has declared the meeting that decided Vavi's fate was unconstitutional. For more on this, we're joined on the line by Numsa's National Treasurer, Mphumzi Maqungo. A very good morning to you. Thanks again for joining us. What came out of the CEC was that Zwelinzima Vavi was placed on what was called indefinite special leave. For the record, can you now confirm that the term is suspended?
I can confirm that Zwelinzima Vavi has been suspended, both in fact him and the employee concerned. As from obviously that will be communicated, because you will know that it was a meeting where officials of COSATU are not forming part. What then happened is that the terms of conditions about the suspension, last night when we dispersed, there was going to be the meeting of all the unions, presidency, and also the national office bearers of COSATU. So the terms and conditions will obviously be pronounced today, because it was a matter that was still on discussion between all presidents of unions and the national office bearers.
Why have you unilaterally come out and stated that this is a suspension? COSATU has called it, as I mentioned, indefinite special leave. You have now on your own come out and said this is suspension.
No, but I can assure you that it was not only us as Numsa who confirmed that the meeting was not constitutionally properly constituted. There were other affiliates, for example, that were also sharing the same sentiments with us, but we continue to participate in the meeting because we had a mandate that we must continue to go to the meeting and raise our concern about the unconstitutionality of the meeting in the meeting itself.
Will you be going to court to challenge the what you're calling unconstitutionality of that meeting?
As metal workers, we had a mandate from our special central committee that was held last weekend that today we will be convening a special Numsa teleconference where we will be then engaging with the regions, and therefore we will take the matter further. So in relation to the special central committee, that was not the mandate. Obviously, they said you go and attend the meeting because you are a mandatory organization. You must come back to us. Then we shall take decision on top of what we have taken on Sunday, because there are decisions that we have already taken in relation to our role and how must we unify COSATU in relation to Numsa participation.
Lastly, is this proof of some sort of division or a possible split in COSATU?
Look, it's quite clear now that yes, there are divisions, but those divisions are not primarily emanating from this particular issue. You would have noted that there's a number of resolutions that we've taken as COSATU, and as Numsa we've been championing that issues of e-tolling, issues of labor broking must be championed. But you'll find out that COSATU for the whole year, they have absolutely not a single campaign. So to us as Numsa, it is a fundamental issue that we are not happy about the resolutions that we've taken in COSATU. COSATU is just keeping up.
Do you concede, though, that Zwelinzima Vavi's actions when it comes to this young lady were unsavory, to say the least, to put it very, very politely? What should have happened to him if not suspension?
No, what we said as Numsa in relation to this particular matter is that, yes, we agree that the incident that took place, we are not saying it was correct. We are not saying that, but we don't believe that going straight to the suspension without even listening to the information that was presented to us in the meeting, it's quite clear that that information was not sufficient, because once in terms of the law, if I want to suspend you, I must be given an opportunity to respond, because you will suspend the person at least if that particular person will have an interference with the investigation, you know. So there are reasons for suspension. Because on the other side, you can still use suspension as an outcome of a particular process. So if you get suspended now, it's quite clear that the chances for you to get in an outcome of a disciplinary process in an ordinary inquiry, you will not have that opportunity to be suspended, because you would have already been suspended right now.
Have you managed to speak to Zwelinzima Vavi and find out how he feels about this outcome?
When we left the meeting, we dispersed as Numsa. Obviously, we will be talking to him, and because he is a human being, we shall be talking to him today and sit down and encourage him, because this is not a good thing, because we are talking about the person who's having love of workers, and that opportunity probably, if the outcome of the terms and conditions says, for an example, he must not communicate, it's not going to be an easy thing for him, where he will know that I used to participate, I used to engage, and that opportunity probably will not be there now.
So you're contesting the process and not the finding itself of this particular meeting. Do you smell a rat here? Do you think there's political influence when it comes to this?
Look, we don't want to conclude in relation to that now. That's what we'll be discussing today. But all what we are firm of is that we don't think the meeting that took place yesterday, because if that meeting is not constitutionally properly sanctioned, for an example, we are of the view that everything that was discussed in that meeting, it's not right. Even if the meeting would have arrived at a decision that he was not suspended, we were still going to be firm, because it's a matter of principle to us. It's not only about Zwelinzima, it's about the presidency that will be set in the federation going forward.
Let's leave it there for now. Thanks again for your time. Numsa's national treasure on the line, Mphumzi Maqungo.
News that moves. eNCA.com.